Good morning. This is your Tuesday, April 7th edition of Mark Madness, and today we're going to finish up Mark chapter 5. And Mark chapter 5 is another one of these sandwich stories. If you remember at the end of Mark chapter 3, we talked about how Mark, as he's writing his gospel, likes to use these sandwich stories where he starts one story, moves away from it for a while to tell a different story, and then comes back to the original story. Well, he's going to do that here again. And our passage is Mark 5:21 to 43. And what you'll see is it begins with the story of Jairus, the synagogue leader. Then it moves to the story of this nameless woman who's been suffering for 12 years. And then it goes back to the story of Jairus at the end. And as we read that story, I want to highlight something that it's important to keep these two characters together. It's important that Mark sandwiched them for a reason. He puts their stories together for a purpose, not just a chronological purpose, but a theological purpose. And so here's something interesting that I think is going on. I want to compare and contrast Jairus, the synagogue leader, and the unnamed woman who approaches Jesus. First, think about the differences between these two characters. Jairus is called a synagogue leader. He may have been a synagogue donor that gave a lot of money to the local synagogue. Either way, he was a man of good reputation. He would have been prominent in his community. He would have been looked up to. He would have been well respected. He would have been a person of means, financial means, and social connections. And he also had a family because it's his family who is suffering. Now, contrast that to the woman who in the story has no name. And in some ways, that represents her situation in life. Because of this physical condition, she's had a physical condition for 12 years that no one's been able to heal. This physical condition has caused her to lose all of her money at the doctors. So she's broke. She's financially ruined. This physical condition has also caused social outcast. Because of her bleeding, she would not be able to be a part of the synagogue. She would be considered unclean, and she would not be able to participate in regular community life. Not only that, she wouldn't be one that has a family. Because of her uncleanliness, that would have either been a reason to divorce her or a reason to never marry her. So here you can see this woman is just destitute, broke, and all alone. You really could not have two more different characters, socially, spiritually, financially, in every way, they are almost exact opposites. But what's great about this story is both of them share something in common. Both of them know that Jesus is the only answer to the problems they find themselves in. And so they pursue Jesus through faith. They pursue him knowing that he is the one who holds the answer to their problems. More than that, Jesus responds positively to both of them. Jesus accepts them, and Jesus grants both of their requests. I think it's a beautiful theological image of all people coming to faith in Jesus Christ, and all people, regardless of their situation in life, being accepted and welcomed by Jesus Christ. When we read the sandwich story that way, it's a beautiful image of Jesus creating this community and accepting people into his kingdom, whoever it is, as long as they come to him with faith. So read this story today in Mark 5:21 to 43, the end of the chapter, and I think you'll enjoy it. It continues to reveal that Jesus is king. It continues to reveal that Jesus is the one who has authority over physical brokenness, and it reveals that even prominent people like Jairus, the synagogue leader, will kneel down before Jesus because he is king. But I love the comparison, the contrast of these two characters and what it says about Jesus and what it says about his kingdom. I'm going to link to one video today, and it's loosely related to that. It's a woman talking about how race is an important gospel issue. That is, if we are members of the kingdom of God, then race and how we view others and how we treat others is a significant part of that. After all, kingdom citizens are called to love God above all others and to love our neighbors as ourselves. These are the two greatest commandments. So be sure to look to that video. Have a good day.